Why I regret telling my family I trade. Today we're going to be reacting to this guy's video, InQ Mitch, here on YouTube. A lot of people have been watching this video and talking about it, and I wanted to give my 2 cents because I'll tell you, I watched a little bit of this before I started wanting to react to it, and I really felt for the guy, and I think a lot of people feel kind of a relatability to his video. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I'll leave the full video if you want to see it without my commentary in the description down below. But let's jump in and I'll see if I can give you my 2 cents on what he has to say. Real quick, I wanted to throw a shout out to our stream sponsor here on the A1 Trading Show, Forex VPS. If you haven't heard of Forex VPS before, they are a dedicated hosting platform where traders, especially algorithmic traders, can set up an in-the-cloud computer to run their MT4 24/7. If you have any experience trading with robots on MetaTrader 4 using expert advisors, they have to remain up all the time, and keeping your computer on is not always practical if you have like a power outage or that sort of thing. And with Forex VPS, you can set up a dedicated hosted computer in the cloud to host your MT4 or 5 platform. They have the fastest execution in the industry with latency less than 1 millisecond, which means when you place trades or your system places trades, it's near instant. So I've got my VPS open here from Forex VPS, and you can see, I just want to show how quick the latency is here. So if I click sell, you can see it is right away. I'm in the trade, all set, as if I was sitting on this computer, even though it's somewhere in the cloud. And for viewers on my channel, you can get 20% off your first VPS by using the link and the promo code TN20 down below. Again, 20% off with the code TN20, which you can find down below in the description.
So I've been Forex trading for about 4 years now. Just all right. I mean, I have a 50K FTMO funded account that I've been trading with. I got one withdrawal. I've been trading live funds before that. A lot of wins, a lot of losses. You know how the game goes. And I think the main thing that I want to talk about right here is just the regret that I feel of telling my parents and my other family members, such as my aunts and uncles, about what I do.
So before he goes into the specific regrets or feelings that he's going through, I just want to stop and say for a second that this guy and many of the audience members, I am sure, can relate to this. Trading is this weird thing where when you first tell people that you're interested in trading or investing, everybody has heard the horror stories of someone in their family losing all their money trading or investing in the markets. So everybody first hears about trading and investing with like red flags go off. They're like, oh, so you're gambling. And, you know, let's hear what he has to say.
And here's the thing, you know, as a Jamaican, my whole family being Jamaican, you know, they're very like traditional, and they're more older folks, you know, so they're very old school, very traditional people. You know, when it comes to wanting to be an entrepreneur, wanting to take risks, it doesn't sit well with them. You know, it's more like just go to school, get a job, and work for somebody where you have a guaranteed paycheck at the end of the week or two.
Again, very relatable right there. I think most people relate to this, and I just want to add my own, you know, absolute privilege to know in my life that it wasn't quite like this. I mean, I had many doubters too, but my dad, who's somebody who I really look up to, he started a business, ran a business, and sold it and is retired right now. So there was some, dramatic support from my dad. But there are other people who I can totally relate to this. Other people who look at you funny when you say you're leaving your job for, you know, trading, or you're leaving your job to start your own little YouTube channel. Like, I got a lot of that. So totally relate to this guy so far. And I think many people, you know, as well, in the audience can as well. I mean, my goodness, telling people that you're going to do something so off the rails, like trade or start a business or start a YouTube channel and leave your job, it's crazy.
And my mindset has always been like unlimited. You know, I want to be limitless. I want to be able to do what I want to do, go where I want to go on my time. Nobody can tell me anything, right? So I felt like Forex trading was that perfect thing for me, you know, and I enjoy it. I love it. However, you know, recently not even recently. This has been since last year, but you know, it slowly creeps up every here and there. Like when you just start hearing some negative comments, you know, I've been getting a little bit discouraged, you know, specifically from my dad and my uncle, my dad's brother. You know, it's like, all right, for an example, one time I remember that I went to them, my father and my uncle. You know, we're just chilling at my uncle's on his little like porch, and you know, we're just doing our thing, just hanging out, drinking, just having a good time. And I remember one time my uncle, he asked me about you know, how's the markets, how's trading going, you know, because he knows what I do. And I told him that, you know, I didn't make any money this week. You know, it was like a break-even week, which I prefer that over a losing week.
Totally.
You know, it was a break-even week, and I pretty much told him that, you know, I didn't make money this week, but I did learn something. You know, I definitely learned something. You know, I feel like every week that goes by in the markets, you can learn something. You know, I told him that my discipline became better. I felt more patient. I became more patient for the setups that I was looking for. Less greed, more maturity. You know, overall, just like good for my.
And, you know, trader to trader, if you said that to me, I would absolutely salute you. I mean, like, imagine, you know, I know a lot of, obviously 99% of the audience here trades too. So you guys know, if somebody came to you and said, I didn't make money this week, but it was break even and I learned a lot of stuff from a trader to another, you'd be like, heck yeah, fist bump on that one, you know, like that's awesome. But to people who are not entrepreneurial, and if you are trying to trade, I mean, it's certainly entrepreneurial, that just sounded like wasted time. And why didn't you just collect a paycheck this week, you know? And again, there's nothing wrong with collecting a paycheck, but people who are not doing what you're doing, like not being entrepreneurial, simply will not understand. It won't compute. It's like telling them about a brand new color that they can't possibly see. Like, it's just not gonna compute.
My mental, and for the things that you can't see, you know, they're all in your head, but they're gonna be used, those things later, they're gonna be used for your success, because the patience, the discipline, you know, those things, you can't really put like a, you know, you can't really put a cap on those things. Like, those things are just non-physical, and they'll help you later on in your journey, you know. And when I told him this, it's like he just didn't care. Dad too, father too, you know, like both just didn't care. It was like, oh, you didn't make any money? Okay, maybe you should quit.
And yeah, that's where I just feel for the guy here. I mean, this is so, you know, relatable for so many people, as you tell people about how you're doing this trading thing. And if you're not telling them you're making big money, they think it's just a waste of time. And again, it's very hard for people who are just, you know, their entire mindset about how you make money is only ever from a paycheck, never from creativity, innovation, building something, starting something. It's just never going to compute. It just doesn't mesh.
Or like, oh, you didn't make any money, it was a break-even week. Oh, that it sounds like it sucks, man. You should do something else. And you know, they kind of ran with that mentality, you know. And it's like every time that I see my uncle, it's, you know, same thing. How's the markets? How's trading? Blah blah blah. I give him whatever answer, you know. Father, same shit. You ask me, you know, how's the markets? How's trading? Blah blah blah. Did you make any money? Oh, don't care. You know. So you kind of realize, like, for one, people don't really care unless you're making some type of money. They don't care about what you learned in the markets. They don't care that you became more mature. Sorry, I got something in my eye. They don't care if you became more mature. They don't care if you became more disciplined, that you cut off some greed, that you learned this or that. They don't care.
And worse still, even, some people are going to celebrate your demise. You know what I mean? Like, that's the weird thing too, is because you got to think, if you tell somebody I'm starting a business or I'm learning to trade, I'm actually making some progress, a lot of people who are, insecure about what their own doing, maybe they don't love what they do. Maybe they don't, feel like any passion for anything. And they see you having this passion and going down this new path. The worst part is some people not only will not care, but they will actually, cheer on your downfall, which is so crazy. And I'm sure many people can relate to that as well. I'm certain, other people can, because I have had many people like that in my life as well. Like, there are people who will celebrate your pitfalls, and that's the dark spot. But I think, again, I just feel for this guy, because having your dad and your uncle, people who are very close to you, not really show you that support, that is hard, that is painful. But I also want to just say that, they're also wrong. Here's my take on it too. And if you're a father listening, or you're a mother, or you're somebody that has kids, I don't have kids, but I could tell you what my dad did for me, where he supported like everything that I would pursue. I would not be sitting in this chair right now with the audience that I have, with the stuff that I've done in my life, if I didn't have the support. So I could say that if you have kids or somebody who looks up to you, make sure that you push for it. I know I'll do that someday, but on top of that, if you don't have it, if you're like this gentleman, and you're like, the figures in my life are not supporting it, seek it and find the people who could possibly be positive influences and hold on for dear life. That's the thing. Find the people who are supporting you, as long as it's, a good thing. Like, I'm not talking about going out and doing, terrible acts on the streets or anything like that. But I'm saying, if you find somebody who supports you in something that is entrepreneurial, entrepreneurship is a beautiful thing. It's a very incredibly difficult thing, but so is never making any money and never really progressing in life because you're afraid to do anything, right? So come on now, let's think about both sides of this.
You start to realize that, like, nobody cares about those little, I can't find a word for it right now, but nobody cares about those things. Everybody just cares that you made some damn money. It's always about money, 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 money. And I'm not gonna lie, that is what Forex trading is about. But as a Forex trader, you realize it's a little bit more than just the money. It's more like the psychology and what's in your head. Because when you have those things correct, aligned in your head, you realize that the money is always gonna be there. It's not going anywhere. But you can't make the money unless you have those things right in your head. So, that's just one thing, that always kind of like messed with my head, and then always made me feel like I wasn't doing good enough. I can make X amount of money, some hundreds of dollars in a week, $1,000 in a week, and it's like it just wasn't, it's like it's not enough, it's like it's never going to be enough for them, so I kind of realized, like, telling family what you do is kind of pointless, because it's never really going to be enough for them. They're always going to want more. If you tell them that you lost money, they're going to tell you to quit. They're going to tell you that you should do something else. They don't like the fact that you take a risk. My mother now, very old school, traditional point of view. She doesn't bug me about, what I make or what I've done in her week. She just lets me do my thing. But I know that in her head, like, she definitely wants me to take the whole school and 9-to-5 route, which also puts a little pressure on me, because it's like, well, if I don't have anything to show that I'm actually earning from this craft or this industry, then it's almost gonna be like, she's correct and maybe I should go do that. So, and when you trade now, it's like, sometimes you just remember those little things. They're kind of like in the back of your head. And to me, sometimes it makes me want to risk more just to try and like prove a point. And sometimes you just gotta remember, like,
that is so relatable too, for probably a lot of traders out there who, even when you have, this is the tough reality of trading, is even when you do have the skills, even when you do have the ability to make money slowly and steady over time, it may not be enough. And I think a lot of people relate to that. Like, even if you can get to a point where you're making 1 to 2%, those are good figures. 1 to 2% per month over many years will do you wonders. It would make you incredibly wealthy if you could do that consistently without blowing up your account. Again, that's way easier said than done, to do that 1 to 2, 3% per month on average, because you're gonna have up months, you're gonna have down months. But the reason I say that is because, a lot of people, they don't settle for those good numbers, because those good numbers just aren't good enough for them, because they're undercapitalized. A lot of times people have a capital problem more than they have a trading problem. And that's where they try and get funded once they have the skills. And I would say, no problem with trying to get funded. In fact, there's some perks down below in the description if you want to sign up with the prop firm that we recommend. But my point with saying that is that don't try and get funded. Don't touch funding programs or real money until you have provable skills and you've done the work to get to that point.
There is no point to prove. There's only something to prove to yourself. I'm not out here trying to impress anybody. You shouldn't be out there trying to impress anybody. You should just grow at your own pace, at your own rate. You know, keep your head straight, stay disciplined, don't be greedy, be patient for your setup. You know, manage your money properly, and over weeks, everything should be straight, you know? But, I mean, that was just my little vent, you know? It was just me and my experiences of telling family about Forex trading and the little negativity that they might have and how it makes me feel. So, I don't know if this video was any helpful to anybody, if anybody's going through anything similar. But, yeah, that was just a quick little video. I hope you guys enjoy. And if I continue making more videos, then I hope you guys watch, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, guys, totally go check out NQ Mitch. That's his YouTube channel. We'll leave the link down below in the description. Again, huge shout out to him for being so real to put up this video, because I think so many people relate to this. You know, there's a lot of, I remember when I was quitting my software job, it was incredibly hard. There was so much judgment. You know, just so many people that were close to me in my circle were like, are you really going to do that? You're going to leave, you know, well-paying 9-to-5, you know, software engineering job to go start this little YouTube channel and trade your money? Like, that sounds like a child's game, right? And it worked out, but I'm telling you, it was not easy, and it's not easy for anybody who is trying to trade eventually for a living or even part-time. It is very difficult. So, you know, show some love to Mitch, and again, shout out to him for making this awesome video, just being real. So thanks guys for watching. I hope my take was added some value to it. If you're looking to improve as a trader, we've got some cool free resources here that I wanted to share as we close today's video. Down below in the description, there is a link to join our Discord channel or our Telegram channel. And we also have our website, a1trading.com, where traders can get access to free course material to help you improve as a trader. Remember, we are also live Monday through Friday on this channel around 9:30 a.m. US Eastern, broadcasting most live news events and that sort of thing. So hope to see you there. And also, we do have a couple videos here showing up on the screen. If either of these seems like it might be helpful to you, then make sure to click here or here, and we'll see you there.